Hey everyone, this is Erin. This is the second video to go along with a previous video I recorded where I reviewed this hair topper. This is a UniWigs synthetic lace front topper named Hope, and it is in the color 10R, which is called Creamy Ice. It is a really, really pretty kind of golden blonde, and it has this sort of darkish brown ashy root, which is really pretty. I really like the color. I really like I like the dimension also of the blonde here. It is a warm blonde, so if you're a cool blonde kind of girl, this is not the piece for you. But I wanted to do another video kind of reviewing the piece now that I have it on my head. So I hadn't realized until after I uploaded the video that I hadn't actually shown you how to put the topper on. So I'm going to take off this topper and I'll just show you really fast. Okay, so first thing that I do is I make sure that all the clips are closed. That way they're not catching on anything, your hair, the hair on the topper. So that's always how I start. And then I just sort of kind of flip it inside out a little bit. And I throw it over my head. It's not terribly complicated. And then I kind of line up, really I'm lining up the hairline, because I have a widow's peak, so that right there will peek forward before the rest of my hairline will, so I have to be kind of careful. So once I have it kind of where I want it, I'll open up the clips. I usually start in the front, and then I close those, and then before I do the one in the back, I hold the front. That way I can kind of pull on it a little bit, get it in a good spot, and I don't have to worry about pulling it like off my head. So then once that's in place, I just kind of move it around, get it to a place where I like it. And then because this is a lace front, if you want a little bit of extra security with it, you can use, so this is, you'll hear me talk about this later on in the same video, but this is the hairspray that I use. And what I do is right now, the only place that is really kind of a problem spot is right here. This is where the lace doesn't want to lay flat and I need it to lay flat. So I kind of lift up the lace a little bit and I will spray away. And then I actually wait like a second to get it a little bit dry so it's kind of tacky. If you've ever put on false eyelashes, this is kind of the same idea where you wait till like the eyelash glue is a little bit sticky before you put it on. And then I just kind of find the spot again, lay it down, and I just hold it. I'll just hold it for like a couple minutes. But a lot of girls will like take a silk scarf and wrap it really tight, and that's actually a really good idea if you're gluing more than just this one piece. If you're gluing the whole lace front, do that, and then just wait like 10 minutes or so, or at least till it's dry, till you think it's dry, and then it should lay nice and flat. So, and that is how you. So I've done a handful of things here that I want to disclose first. I have obviously cut the lace, so I've cut it kind of right up to the hairline. I have also tweezed a lot of the front of this hairline in order to reduce some of the density, because it is a really high density piece, so it's very thick. And I found that natural hairlines are not as thick and perfect in the front as they usually are on these types of units. So certainly if you're interested in tweezing your lace fronts, look up a couple videos on that. There's tons of videos on YouTube that show how to do that. So I've done that. I've also done a little bit of cutting into the front for baby hairs. I've done some face framing. I've done some longer cutting in the front just to kind of break up all of the curls because they were all pretty much the same length all around, so I wanted a little bit more dimension. I have the added advantage that I was a hairdresser for a very long time, so certainly if you want to do these things on your own, there are, again, lots of videos that can show you how to do that, or certainly you could take it to a professional to have those kind of adjustments made. I have also glued the front down a little bit with some, I used the Got2b, it's like a freeze hairspray, it's in a yellow can, hard to mess when you go to the grocery store, and super inexpensive, which is great, and I really like its hold. So I like to use that. And it's obviously it's clipped in as well. So I've used all 5 clips, glued it in the front. It is locked and loaded onto my head. But I wanted to take note of a couple things. So firstly, on the benefits of this piece, it's very comfortable. It is lightweight considering how much hair there is. It's very lightweight, which is great. I don't feel like it's going anywhere. It's not going to fall off of my head. And I think overall it looks really nice. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously, it's still very shiny. I have not added any dry shampoo or any baby powder. I will do that if I plan to wear this out. So I do like, I think in general, how this looks. I'm not sold on the hairline. I have rallied the front of this hairline with my tweezers, and I have not been able to get it to behave the way I want it to. So I'm struggling a little bit with reducing the density enough that the hairline looks as natural as I want it to. So I have pretty strong neuroses around that kind of stuff, so I'm just also hard to please. So I might attack this again before I decide to actually wear it out of the house. One thing I do not like is originally it was parted down the center, and I'm not a center part kind of girl, so I moved it to the side. And I noticed right away that the way that these curls are designed, they are designed to rotate away from the face. So you see how this kind of ringlet, this curl pattern is moving away from me? It's supposed to do that on both sides. So both sides go away. Now, because this is not a heat safe unit, the curls that are here, that's the curl pattern that's set into the hair. And when I moved this part over, you can see, at least right here, I've tucked it behind my ear because it bothers me. This piece right here is curling towards my face because it's supposed to be on this side. And I don't love how that looks. I think that winds up looking, and this is maybe the hairdresser in me coming back out, but I've always liked my curls to be uniform. I like them to all go in the same direction, especially if you like kind of the old Hollywood style of curls where you brush them out and they like make these really beautiful waves. That's only possible if all the waves are going in the same direction. So having moved this to the side and seeing what it's doing right here, I don't love that. That bothers me. So I will likely always tuck this behind my ear in order to retain the side part and not have to deal with looking at that. So that part bothers me. The second thing that I noticed, that I don't really know what to make of how this happened, but when I used the Got2b hairspray to glue down the front, it created this really weird residue. And you can kind of see, so here's my natural hair. You can see that right there. I've only actually glued it right in that one spot because that was the only spot that was like not really laying flat. So that's the reason why it's only right there. But that was not there before. And I'm not quite sure where it came from. I don't know if it was a pigment that was loose on this dark root that the hairspray like loosened up and just sprayed it right onto my skin, but that was not there before, and it definitely didn't come from my hairspray. So I'm a little confused by that. That part kind of took me by surprise. I'm sure it will wash right off, and I don't think that that is indicative of the quality of this hairpiece. It just was odd, and I thought that that was kind of interesting. Otherwise, though, I think, all things considered, that it's a good piece. I think that it's, like I said, I think the color is really lovely. I really do like the color of this hairpiece. However, I'm not sold on the hairline, and I'm unsure of what to make of this curl pattern and what it's doing. I don't know how to remedy that without having a middle part, which I don't love to wear. So there is a little bit of restriction there on what you can do with this hairpiece. But other than that, I think it's a good hairpiece. It's comfortable, it's lightweight, and I'm interested to see kind of what I can do with it. I'm definitely gonna try to adjust the front of it a little bit more and see what happens. So hopefully this was helpful for some of you guys. Like I said, if you're curious about how to pluck a lace front or how to adjust a hairpiece on your own, definitely look up those YouTube videos. They're all over the place and they're really informative and really great. So yeah, thanks for watching.